Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another episode of Silent Survival. It is episode 67, and last episode, we just did a whole bunch of bits and bobs, worked on the Science and worked on the witch farm as well. And today we're going to be working on the Science some more, expanding that thing quite a bit. It's going to be a really brain-thinking episode. So stay tuned for that. We're probably also going to do a wither fight as well, which we haven't done for quite a while. But since the last episode, the duping deed has been done, and we finally have all the shells that we could ever need, and then probably about 10,000 more. So last episode, I said that we were kind of in the midst of a Shulker Crisis, because we don't really have that many Shulker boxes, and we can't easily reset the end dimension to get more. And I put up a poll on the episode for if we should just dupe the boxes or if we should reset the end dimension, and you guys voted 67% for duping and 32% against, which is like 2/3, which is pretty good. Thank you guys very much for voting. Something I'll point out is that that only makes up 99%, and also the bar kind of broke the box, so yeah. We kind of broke the voting thing. Anyway, we're gonna harvest a couple nether warts real quick while I talk to you guys. So hopefully the duping doesn't like ruin the integrity of the series, because so far we haven't had to do any duping or any kind of, you know, glitches or really anything like that in this series to get what we need to be done. And that's pretty awesome so far. 67, almost 70 episodes into a series on console edition, and not have to do any dupes to save the world or like anything like that. Is pretty half decent, guys. But what do you notice in this box right here? What do you see? Firstly, diamonds, name tags, elytras, good stuff. But we have one beacon, 2 nether stars, and a wither skull as well. So we need to get 2 more wither stars. Or sorry, wither skulls, and then we can fight another wither and get another nether star, and then we'll have 4 beacons, which is exactly what we need to set up the rest of the beacons at the Cyan Sea. So let's head over to the wither skeleton farm, and we can see if we can get ourselves 2 more skulls. So it's actually been quite a while since we've been over here to the Sea of Cheese, but this thing is beautiful as per usual, and I have some major plans for how to upgrade this thing quite a bit, and hopefully we can get to that rather soon. As of now, this is just Tango Tech's really basic design, where you just walk back and forth and you get all the skeletons to follow you. The skeletons are the only things that can see you, so then you just take them down here to the end and just basically smack them with your sword with looting 3 and smite 5, and that is pretty much it. Wow, quite a bit of lag from all the lava going away. Yeah, the lava on and off switch is actually kind of my idea and my addition to this farm, because our nether has a severe problem with the mob cap. Pretty much just console edition in general has a really big problem with the mob cap, and that is why we have slabbed a pretty large chunk of the nether. We need to finish slabbing that, but who knows if that'll ever happen. But basically, yeah, you just walk back and forth. I'll be here for about 20 or so minutes, and we can get ourselves another skull, and that'll be, or another couple skulls, and then we can go fight ourselves a wither, which will be pretty fun. Wow. I've been here for all of about 5 minutes, and I already got 3 other skulls, so now we have 4, which is amazing. Jeez, this thing is awesome. Once we upgrade this to be automatic, we're gonna have so many skulls and so many wither fights, it's not even gonna be funny, guys. Anyway, I'll meet you guys back in the overworld at our wither fighting area, and we can get this wither fight out of the way. So here we are at the little hidey hole that I made. Extremely janky, pink bed, ender chest, and that's pretty much all we got. We're just in a random little cave, and so far, no withers have ever made their way into the little cave, but this is our wither fighting war zone. The base is about 400 or so blocks that away, and if we just get in the air real quick, you'll see why I call it a war zone. We've had lots of wither fights here. This is where we have most of our wither fights, and these guys get a little bit crazy, especially since like a couple updates ago when they actually added the Pocket Edition Wither to console, which is just so lovely. Don't you just love having the worst mob ever be updated to be better? Anyway, we're gonna save real quick, because this is usually bad times. So I have a pretty basic gear on me, just 2 protection 4s and 2 blast protection 4s, and an elytra to fly around until we can get it down to half health. And then I got a potion of healing, strength, strength, speed 2, and then just some real basic other stuff. None of this is my proper gear. A couple months ago, when we did the dual Wither Ender Dragon fight, I made a couple spare sets of God gear, and that is what we were using for this. So really basic stuff, and we can basically just get to it. I need rockets on the hotbar because that's always a good thing to have. And let's get to it, guys. Gotta run away if I can fly. So normally what I do is just fly around and pick this guy off until he gets down to half health, because he's kind of crazy. He can fly around basically everywhere, but it's not extremely difficult. As long as you don't land, you'll be fine. And then once he gets his little shield on and you can't shoot him with a bow, then you actually got to go in and tank him with strength 2 and smite 5. So let me get a little bit more of this guy done. It's not really too much to look at right now because it's literally just flying around, trying to shoot these heads back at him and trying to get a couple shots on him. So yeah, this is definitely like the cheeky way of fighting him, but it is the good way to fight him. You can also try to fight him underground, but that is like possibly the worst way. Normally when I'm doing these fights I don't die, but when I did it underground I died 4 times trying to fight this guy. So yeah, not good times. Definitely would not suggest doing it underground. Up on the surface you have way more area where you can just run away, get away from him if you need to, and then you shouldn't die. Sometimes what you can do is also get really close to him and slash him with your sword, but that takes a little bit more practice than what I have. And can we slash him? There we go. Almost got him. Almost got him down to half health. Probably get him with this shot right here, and then he's going to tank down to the ground, and there he goes. Basically just nukes that entire area. Now it is the fun part. Now we actually have to figure out how we're going to actually tank the guy. So he can still fly around when he is in his shield mode, but he shouldn't be able to, so that's kind of strange. Kind of a bug. He also sometimes goes invisible, which is really nice. But normally what I do is I will just make sure that he doesn't see me. He totally sees me. I need to get rid of those wither skeletons that he's got over there. He's totally got his eyes on me. Can I shoot that away from him? Because I kind of want to. Nope. Okay. I'm okay. This is not going well for me. Not going well whatsoever. Oh, he's not on the ground right now, so we're having problems with that. At least he's not chasing us. That is a good thing. I'll eat, and it's always painful. This area is so destroyed as well. We might need to get a new wither fighting area here soon. But if I can just snipe off the little wither guys, the actual skeletons, then we'll have a slightly better chance of surviving. This guy is totally still got his eyes on me. We're not doing good, guys. We're not doing good whatsoever. Okay, he's right there. I'm going to try and drag him this way a little bit more. Get him away from the wither skeletons at the very least, because then I don't have to worry about them. And he's kind of guarding that area pretty well. There we go. His charge attacks always scare me. He just rushes towards you and destroys everything. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drink one of these. So a Gapple and a Strength 2 potion. We're going to go in there and we are going to basically just smack him. Smack him a lot. This is the part of the battle where you kind of gotta just tank it, guys. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and this is the part of the battle where you run away really quickly and then eat an apple. Oh, okay, so we got him down pretty good. Haven't been able to tank him in one go yet. It usually takes 2 or 3 goes. But we're doing pretty well. He's just got a couple more hits on him. I need to make sure that I'm away. He's definitely charging over here. That's not a good thing for me. Where's he at? I don't see him. That is fine. Here, let's actually get these 2 things on the hotbar. I'm going to take a Swiftness 2, and that will help us out a little bit. Eat some more food. I ate both my gapples. That is fine. Hopefully, once this wither goes away, we can tank them without any problems. Here we go. Boom. Just a couple more hits. Ah, no, I can't jump up there. Okay, there we go. The wither effect is finally gone, and I just need to regen a little bit more. I did have a milk bucket on me. That would actually be a good thing to have on the hotbar. But now he's gonna attack me again, jeez. I just need to reach in just a little bit more, then I'll feel safe going in there, tanking him just the last little bit. But this is normally how I fight these guys. Touch and go, or hit and run, whatever you want to call it. And this should be the final thing. There we go. Now he's dead, and he's going to explode on death because, you know, that's just how these guys are. And put up a little bit of dirt to hopefully protect us from that blast. And geez, you can see why this is a battle that I prepare for. And this is the same wither that they have on Pocket Edition, guys. Pocket Edition. Yeah, you know, when you're supposed to, like, play with a touchscreen? Yeah. This is what they make those guys fight. So there we go, guys. The first wither fight we've done in this series for about 60 episodes. I think the last wither fight was in episode 8. So yeah, that was quite a while ago. Maybe we did a couple cheeky bedrock wither fights since then, but I can't really remember too much, so I'm gonna say we haven't done one. But let's grab all these beacons out, and I need to fill in these other spaces, and then we can make 3 beacons, which is always very satisfying. So where do you actually make these things at? I think it's on redstone for some reason. And there we go. Oh wait, now we can make another one as well. That is correct. There we go. 4 beacons. Very fine. Let's take these things over to the Cyan Sea and plug them in over there. And then we'll have a full beacon array, 4 quad beacons, which will be amazing. And to do that is actually pretty simple. I just gotta swim deep, deep, deep down into the abyss. Alright, so all the beacons are now in place, and this place is absolutely flooded in superpower effects, which is pretty nice. We just gotta tear out the last little bit of the stone right here that we had in place for getting all the water corners in. And I don't think we're gonna ruin this little water corner right here, but you never know. Can never be too careful in this game, especially with water. But it looks like it is perfectly fine, very fine. So I've done a couple hours of thinking and brainstorming and just scratching my head about how we're going to do this next part. I honestly have no idea. So if you guys remember about 10, maybe 15 episodes ago when we first started the Cyan Sea project, and this was all just, you know, basically water and a guardian temple, then you will remember that I showed you guys the original shape of this. Yeah, so we're going to have this entire thing be kind of a clover shape, which is going to be pretty awesome. Apparently, it's now nighttime, very fine. But I'll show you guys what I got built up here in a moment after the nighttime goes away. So over here, 64 blocks away, we have ourselves a diamond, and this is the next little extension of the Cyan Sea. We're going to have one of these diamonds on each side of this, so 4 diamonds in each direction, and these are, you know, 64 by 64. And they're also 64 blocks away from that, trying to keep it all nice and simple. And we need to connect these to the Cyan Sea, the main center bit. And that's not so easy, you see, because we're not just going to connect some little janky pathway from, you know, this point right here over to this point right here, like how we have the stone right here. The stone's just for counting. No, no, no. We're going to have a curve, guys. And I'm gonna totally hate myself for this. I kind of already do. This is kind of why we haven't done the Cyan Sea project in a little while, but it is finally time to get this going. So we're gonna have a walkway going from this tip right here out and around, and we're going to connect it up to this tip of the diamond over here. So let's hop over to creative real quick, and you guys can see what hopefully the Cyan Sea actually turns out to look like. This is the finished shape over here, or at least what I want it to look like. So this right here is the center of the Cyan Sea. We have this already built up. These are the kind of, you know, octagonal walkways. We got the circle in the middle, the guardian farm in the center of that, and then these are the diamonds that we are currently working on, and these are 64 by 64. And this is the walkways. So if we actually get up and away from this, and we can turn off our hotbar and stuff real quick, you can see that it's actually kind of a nice shape. We can get a little bit closer to this, and it's honestly pretty awesome. It's gonna look amazing once we actually get this all built up. Hopefully. Keyword, hopefully. So yeah, we need to figure out how exactly we're going to do these walkways. These walkways are going to be absolutely humongous, like giant. I don't even know, guys. I have no idea how we're gonna do this. I have to do it freehand because you can't just use like a circle for this, because a circle would go basically like this, and that would not be amazing. And Yeah, that would not be good. I can't use a circle generator. There's not really a curve generator out there. So we're going to do it all freehand, and hopefully it looks half decent. And we're back on the Science Survival world. So the first thing I'm thinking that we should do is probably make this a little bit easier on ourselves in the long run. So what I'm thinking we should do is move the diamonds closer so that they're only 48 blocks away from the Cyan Sea, and hopefully that helps us out quite a bit because 64 is a good distance. Words are hard. I've already said that a couple times, but it's true. Words are hard. You gotta repeat it sometimes. Anyway, so these things are gonna have mob farms in them. We're gonna have a flushing mob farm, maybe even 2 of them. We're gonna have a gold farm, and then maybe a creeper only farm or something like that. Not entirely sure. We will figure out what goes in the diamonds when the time comes. But yeah, if we want them to actually be fully functional, in unison or whatever, using 2 farms at once, then we should definitely have it a little bit closer. Having it 16 blocks closer would help with that. So basically, I'm just making all the excuses I can to move the thing closer to have a smaller walkway. So let me get this done. It's not too difficult. You just basically go on a diagonal line out 32 blocks in each direction, and then you connect them up, and that is your 64 by 64 diamond. So let me get her done. Okay, so I'm kind of prepared now to make the general shape of this, and my god, it's huge! You look at it in the redstone testing world, and you're like, oh yeah, that's not too bad. This thing's only like, 130 wide, the thing's like 64 wide, and walkway to that's no problem, easy peasy. But no, it's huge. Huge. I don't even know how I'm gonna make this shape. I don't know, guys. I know nothing. I have zero self-confidence on this one, so we're just gonna kind of wing it and hope that it goes well. I got myself a whole bunch of lily pads to hopefully make this a little bit easier, because you can just place these on the water. So we're just gonna kind of see how this goes, and maybe I can get a somewhat half decent shape down. But I think I got to go out quite a bit further than this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do at least, 7 rebuilds, but knowing me, that 7 is gonna have a 0 behind it, so this is gonna be a lot of brain thinking going on in this episode. Absolutely terrible. I've never seen a base or anything like this done before in survival or anything like that, and there's probably a reason for it. Curves are extremely difficult and really hard and stupid to build. I've been at this for ages. I made a creative copy of the world, and I'm still just having the worst time ever with this. I don't even know, guys. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's such a big area and such, not enough width. I don't even, know what to properly do. You can't really take it off of this corner right here and go that way, because that would just look kind of silly. So we kind of got to go from here. Maybe what I'll try is going out. Here, let me get in the air a little bit more for you. Takes forever to fly up as well. So maybe I'll try going out and then going right around the edge of that. So go out and then go round and then curve back into there. I don't know. Curves are difficult, and like I said, there's not really a generator or anything for this. So doing all of this by freehand takes quite a while. But yeah, I've already been at this for like 2 hours, and this is what I have to show for it. Oh my god, I'm really glad I actually just made a creative copy, because doing this in survival, like I said, was even more painful. So I've given it another couple attempts. I made this go out like a lot more straighter and then curve over and then curve into this thing. And I do like how we have this little curve right here. It could use some improvement, but it's a good little base to work off of. But no matter what we are going to do, we're going to have a massive length of walkway right here. And it's going to be terrible. It's not going to look good. Basically, just anything we do, it's always going to end up with a massive walkway. So that has been my 70 futile attempts at doing this project, which is kind of sad and really, really time consuming. I guess I'll poke around with this maybe a little bit more and maybe come back to this at a later time, but most likely this idea will just have to stay an idea. But we do need a way to connect these diamonds up to these, the center bit, and I really just do not want to do a basic walkway going out, because that's going to be extremely boring and just not what I had in mind whatsoever. I wanted to do something nice and grand and beautiful and, fantastic, and something that I've never seen before, but I don't think I have the brain smarts for it. So yeah, that's kind of just how it's gonna be. I mean, you guys saw the picture, it would work out pretty well. But yeah, I just can't make it work, guys. Not good enough with circles or corners or making shapes in Minecraft that don't want to be made. So I guess that's just gonna kind of have to be how it is for the Science C at the moment. We tried our best, but I am just terrible at doing curves and circles and all that stuff. So I'm gonna build up a couple of these diamonds off camera, and hopefully they'll be done by the next episode. Sorry for this episode being just kind of a hodgepodge of different things. Again, my plans for the curves and for the walkways just really did not work out whatsoever. So next episode we'll come back strong with a proper project, maybe working on that wither skeleton farm, and we'll see how all of that goes, and hopefully my plans for that actually work out and I can do some things properly. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this episode, guys. I do thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, even though it is kind of just a whole bunch of random things stitched together into something that kind of resembles a video. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Maybe leave a like on the video, maybe subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here, and I'll see you down in the comment section and in the next video. Thank you again for watching. And then there was silence.